My name is Regina Mendoza. I am the Director of Catering for the Morgantown Marriott here in beautiful Morgantown, West Virginia. I've been here for about 5 years. I moved to West Virginia from Colorado, and a lot of people ask me why I would leave Colorado for West Virginia. Well, in truth, I am a mountain girl through and through, and the Appalachian Mountains are absolutely stunning. However, the main reason I was brought here was I was moved with my company, Stonebridge Companies. I just celebrated my 15th year with them.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. Back in June. I started my career with them in Colorado at a DoubleTree by Hilton in Grand Junction, Colorado. That's actually how I got into hotels. I started at the front desk, truthfully just needing a job. I was studying at Colorado Mesa University, and I was actually originally pursuing political science. And while I was studying poli-sci, I was in class one day, and I was in my professor's class that I absolutely adored. He was really great, very knowledgeable, lots of energy. And I found myself looking at the clock and thinking, wow, I am so excited to go to class and go to school. And then I thought, you know what? No, I would rather be at work. I absolutely love what I do. So I was counting down the minutes from my favorite class to go to work. And that really spoke to me. So I thought about that and eventually changed my major and focus to business and hospitality. And as I was working at the DoubleTree, I found an opportunity in the sales office and moved into the sales office as a catering coordinator, working directly with the director of catering there, and found a love for sales that I didn't anticipate to find. And with that, other opportunities came about within the company, and I was transferred to Denver, which is my home. Worked at a Courtyard by Marriott in Cherry Creek, and eventually the company had asked me what my goals were, and my goal was to pursue catering and eventually become a director of catering, possibly moving into the corporate universe if my skill set would allow me to do so. So with that, they really heard me and embraced my goals and gave me the opportunity to move to West Virginia. So I've called West Virginia my home for the past 5 years and absolutely adore most days what I do. Sure. Well, the average day is not really average at all. Honestly, it varies from day to day. The basics, of course, are still there. So my basic role for the hotel as the director of catering is to help develop business for the hotel, and business that is focused on the event space only. So I'm able to work with clients for different types of business, whether it's a one-on-one meeting or if it's a concert with 2,000 people. So there's a lot in between there as well, as you can imagine. So we deal with sensitive subjects like depositions, all the way to fun things like concerts, as I mentioned, fundraisers. We have various partners throughout the community that we do quite a bit of different things for, where we're not only doing business for the hotel, but we're also reaching out as a community partner to help build our footprint and make a positive impact with the business that we do. Sure. Well, there's multiple ways to do something like that. So when it comes to communication within the hotel, communication in general, whether it's between myself and the client, myself and an associate, or myself and a full department, there are different tools that we use to communicate. So if, for example, I'm going through the sales process and I'm working with the client directly, what I do is I'm able to take the initial phone call. I'm working to build a genuine rapport with that particular person so that I'm able to have a clear understanding of what it is that they're actually looking for. And from there, what I do is I use various tools to put together a presentation or proposal of sorts for the type of business that they're wanting to conduct at our property. So I do have actually a proposal here that I draft, and there are various tools that actually Marriott allows for us to use. So various templates, but we customize for each of our clients when it's necessary in order to help outline what those services are, what we can provide for them so that they can build towards their goals, and then also be able to outline clearly what responsibilities from a financial perspective would be needed in order to have that business here at our hotel. And of course, we would want to be as competitive as possible as well. So not only does that serve as a great tool to help outline specifically what we can do for them, but it's also a great tool as well for the hotel to sell and really stand out against our competition. So that's one way that we do that. If I'm working with a particular department, we have different meetings where we go over specific groups, specific details, and again, different pieces of documentation that we use. We use banquet event orders on a daily basis. We also use resumes and use those to detail out and communicate with each department. I suppose that's a difficult question for me to answer. Being in the hospitality industry, we're so used to working with so many different types of individuals and personalities, and everybody has different needs and wants, and everybody has a different way of receiving information. And so I suppose the best way for me to get my message across while being respectful to them is being as open as possible as I can to their perspectives and allowing each individual to show their strengths and take the information that I'm giving them. And if I see that they're able to do that successfully on their own without any coaching, I allow that. But if for some reason somebody needs a little bit more help in a different arena, then I try to help get them there, whether it's being a little bit more hands-on, being a little bit more precise in my delivery, or rather even direct as to what the instructions are to.
Focusing on empowering them,
There you go. That's a great way of saying it. Empowerment. I would say that if you're looking to do anything in the hospitality industry, I would say keep your horizons open. Be open to any type of position, because in truth, when you're working in a hotel or a hospitality situation, we're not only being hospitable to the guests that are coming in through the door, but we're also being hospitable to our coworkers, our teammates. And when you work in a setting where you've allowed yourself to experience what another department has experienced, you're able to be more empathetic with them. You're able to clearly communicate more what it is that you may need from them. You're able to help them when it's necessary, and you're able to really build yourself into a team and create an atmosphere that you want to come to every day. And that can be difficult sometimes to maybe think, I myself, I never imagined myself being in the maintenance department, but when you understand what it takes to change 30 light bulbs, you're a little bit more empathetic to the person that you're asking to change some light bulbs for you. But then also creating that type of atmosphere really does translate to the guest as well. It's something that I think everybody can reflect on when you walk into a place and you can feel how happy everybody is. You really want to be there and you want to keep coming back. And adversely, if you walk in and it's not the right energy, you don't really want to be there and you'll find another place to go. And that's the reality of the situation, is when we're working in hotels, people have a choice to stay with you. It's not necessarily that they're stuck with you. And so in choosing you, they're choosing to be around you, and that is a great compliment.